Getting rich is super easy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a bold statement. Getting rich is super easy. But before you roll your eyes, let me explain. We've been conditioned to believe that wealth is reserved for a select few, those with the right background, the right education, or just plain luck. But the truth is, success leaves clues. If you find that they don't rely on luck, they follow patterns, principles, and proven strategies, and you can too. The first and most important step, your mindset. If you believe making money is hard, you'll prove yourself right. But if you truly believe that wealth is available to you, you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere. The difference between the rich and the struggling isn't just action, it's the way they think. But mindset alone isn't enough. You need to take action. You can't sit around visualizing wealth without actually doing something about it. Successful people take consistent, inspired action, whether that means starting a business, investing, or simply making better financial decisions every day. Now, here's where most people get stuck. They work harder instead of working smarter. The wealthy understand the power of leverage. They don't trade time for money forever. They build systems that generate income while they sleep, investments, businesses, digital assets. There are countless ways to create passive income, and they all start with a simple decision to think bigger. Another crucial step, your environment. You can't expect to think and act like a millionaire if you're constantly surrounded by people who complain about being broke. Your network shapes your net worth. Find mentors, surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you, and watch how your mindset and bank account transform. And finally, never stop learning. The world is constantly changing, and those who adapt thrive. Every wealthy person I know is a lifelong learner. They read, they take courses, they invest in their education. If you want to be rich, commit to growing every single day. So here's my challenge to you. Decide today that wealth is easy. Shift your mindset, take action, build leverage, upgrade your circle, keep learning, because when you apply these principles, wealth isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Success leaves clues. If you want to get rich, don't reinvent the wheel. Just follow the tracks of those who've already done it. Success is not a mystery, it's a formula. And the great news, that formula has been tested, refined, and repeated by countless people before you. If you wanted to bake the perfect cake, would you guess the ingredients and hope for the best? Or would you follow a recipe from someone who has already mastered it? The same principle applies to wealth. The world's most successful people have left behind clear, actionable steps that anyone, yes, including you, can follow. Start by studying those who have achieved what you want. Read their books, listen to their interviews, watch how they operate. If someone built a multi-million-dollar business from scratch, learn how they did it. What habits do they have? How do they think about money? What mistakes did they avoid? Success always leaves breadcrumbs. You just have to pick them up. One of the biggest breakthroughs I ever had was realizing that wealthy people don't just work harder, they work differently. They leverage their time, invest in income-generating assets, and build networks that open doors. They aren't waiting for permission or luck. They create their own opportunities. And here's the thing, many of these successful individuals love to share their knowledge. They write books, give speeches, host podcasts, and even offer mentors. The clues are everywhere, but most people ignore them because they think wealth is some unattainable secret. It's not. It's a pattern waiting to be followed. So if you want to be rich, stop guessing. Find someone who has done what you want to do and model their success. Because once you learn to recognize the clues, the path to wealth becomes clearer than ever. Mindset is everything. Let me ask you a question. If I gave you $1 million idea right now, would you be able to turn it into $1 million? Most people wouldn't. Not because they lack intelligence or opportunity, but because they don't believe they can. Your mindset is the foundation of your financial reality. It controls how you see the world, how you react to opportunities, and ultimately, how much money flows into your life. Wealth doesn't start in your bank account, it starts in your belief system. The truth is, wealthy people don't think about money the same way as everyone else. They see abundance where others see lack. They see opportunities where others see risks. They believe making money is easy while others believe it's hard. And guess what? Both are right, because whatever you believe, your brain will work to make it true. Let me explain. Your subconscious mind is like a thermostat. If it's set to average income, you'll always find a way to stay in that range. Even if you get a lucky break, you've seen people win the lottery and lose it all, right? That's because their internal thermostat was still set to struggle. The money came in, but their mindset did support it, so they found a way to get rid of it. But the opposite is also true. Have you noticed how self-made millionaires who lose everything often bounce back quickly? That's because their mindset is wired for success. Even when they face setbacks, they expect to win, and that expectation shapes their actions. So, how do you rewire your mindset for wealth? It starts with what you tell yourself every day. If you keep saying, I'm broke, I can't afford it, or money is hard to make, you're programming your brain to prove you right. Instead, start shifting your internal dialogue. Replace those limiting beliefs with statements like, money flows to me easily. I am always attracting new opportunities. I create wealth effortlessly. At first, your brain might resist. It'll tell you these statements aren't true, but over time, repetition rewires your subconscious. And once your mind truly believes something, your actions will follow. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by accident. They trained their minds to see possibilities, to stay resilient, and to expect wealth. And when you master this, everything in your financial life will change. Take inspired action. Let me tell you a little secret. Success doesn't happen in your head. You can visualize wealth, affirm abundance, and map out your dream lifestyle all day long, but if you don't take action, nothing changes. Now, I'm not talking about just any action, the kind of action that's fueled by a clear vision, strong belief, and a deep trust that you're moving in the right direction. Have you ever noticed that when you're excited about something, really, truly passionate, it feels almost effortless to work on it? That's because inspiration creates momentum, and momentum is what separates dreamers from doers. But here's where most people get stuck. They wait. They wait for the right time. They wait until they feel more confident. They wait until they have all the answers. But success doesn't reward waiting, it rewards movement. Think about it. If you're driving at night and your headlights only illuminate the next 200 feet, do you stop and refuse to move forward until you can see the whole road? Of course not. You trust that as you keep driving, the next 200 feet will be revealed. The same applies to your success. You don't need to know every step of the journey. You just need to take the first step, because when you take action, doors open, opportunities appear, and momentum builds. And here's something powerful to remember. Every wealthy, successful person you admire started before they felt ready. They took action even when they were uncertain. They moved forward despite the fear. And because they acted, they learned, they adapted, and they grew into the person who could handle the success they desired. The universe rewards those who move. So, don't just dream about wealth. Don't just plan for it. Act. The ideas are already within you. The opportunities are already around you. All that's missing is your decision to step forward and take inspired action. Leverage and multiply. If you want to get rich, it's one thing you absolutely must stop doing: trading time for money. Think about it. There are only 24 hours in a day. Even if you worked every single one of them, there's a limit to how much you can earn. The wealthiest people in the world don't just work harder, they work smarter. They use leverage. Leverage is the key that unlocks unlimited income. It allows you to multiply your results without multiplying your effort. And there are many ways to do it. One of the most powerful forms of leverage is other people's time. Every successful entrepreneur, CEO, or business owner understands this. They don't do everything themselves. They build teams, delegate, and surround themselves with talented people who can help them scale. If you're trying to do everything alone, you'll always be limited by your own capacity. Another form of leverage, other people's money. The wealthiest individuals don't use only their own cash to invest. They use loans, partnerships, and investors to build businesses, acquire assets, and generate passive income. They understand that money is a tool, not just something to earn and spend. And then there's technology. The internet has created more millionaires than ever before because it allows you to automate, scale, and reach millions of people without ever leaving your home. Digital products, online businesses, social media, these are all forms of leverage that multiply your income without requiring more time. But perhaps the most important leverage of all is your mind. Your knowledge, skills, and expertise are assets that can be packaged and sold in multiple ways: books, courses, coaching, investments. The more you learn, the more valuable you become, and the easier it is to create wealth effortlessly. Here's the bottom line: you will never get rich by working harder alone. You get rich by leveraging resources, multiplying your impact, and creating income streams that continue to grow even when you're not actively working. Surround yourself with success. Let me ask you a question. Who are you spending the most time with? Because whether you realize it or not, your environment is shaping your financial future. There's a saying you've probably heard before: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And guess what? It's true. Your mindset, your habits, your beliefs about money, they're all influenced by the people around you. If you surround yourself with people who constantly complain about being broke, who believe making money is hard, who say things like rich people are greedy or money doesn't grow on trees, then over time, you will start to absorb that same mindset. But if you start spending time with successful, wealthy, ambitious people, people who talk about opportunities instead of obstacles, people who inspire you to think bigger and aim higher, your entire outlook will shift. Suddenly, success will start to feel normal, achievable, even inevitable. Look at the most successful people in any industry. They intentionally put themselves in rooms with other winners. They join mastermind groups, attend conferences, seek out mentors, and build networks of like-minded individuals. Why? Because they know that success is contagious. The more time you spend around people who are achieving greatness, the more you start to believe that you can too. And here's the best part. You don't even have to know these people personally to learn from them. You can surround yourself with success by reading the right books, listening to the right podcasts, watching interviews, and studying the habits of millionaires and billionaires. If you don't have successful people in your immediate circle yet, create a virtual circle. Immerse yourself in their knowledge, their mindset, and their energy. The goal is simple: upgrade your environment, because when you do, your expectations for yourself will rise, your vision will expand, your standards will increase, and before you know it, you'll start achieving things that once seemed impossible. Never stop learning and adapting. If you look at the most successful people in the world, self-made millionaires, billionaire entrepreneurs, top investors, there's one thing they all have in common: they never stop learning. Why? Because what got you here won't get you there. The world is constantly evolving. New industries emerge, technology advances, opportunities shift. If you want to stay ahead, you have to keep growing, adapting, and upgrading your skills. The people who get rich and stay rich are the ones who make learning a lifelong habit. The moment you think you know enough, you've already fallen behind, because while you're staying the same, someone else is learning, improving, and getting ahead. That's why wealthy people are constantly reading books, attending seminars, joining mastermind groups, and surrounding themselves with other high achievers. They know that one new idea, one new strategy, one new insight can completely transform their financial future. Think about this. If you had started learning about cryptocurrency in 2010, you could have turned a small investment into millions. If you had studied online business 10 years ago, you could be financially free today. The people who stay curious, open-minded, and willing to adapt are the ones who capitalize on new trends before the rest of the world even notices them. And here's the real secret: learning isn't just about gathering information, it's about applying what you learn. Too many people read books, take courses, and listen to advice, but they never take action. Knowledge without action is useless. The people who succeed take what they learn and implement it immediately. So ask yourself, what skill could you learn today that would make you more valuable? What new opportunity could you explore that might change your financial future? Because the truth is, wealth belongs to those who are willing to grow into it. Getting rich is super easy. So let's bring it all together. We've talked about how success leaves clues. The wealthy follow proven principles, and if you model their actions, you'll get similar results. We've broken down the power of mindset, because the way you think about money determines how much of it you attract. We've seen that action beats intention, that it's not enough to dream about success, you have to take inspired action. We uncovered the secret of leverage, how the rich multiply their wealth by using systems, teams, and smart investments instead of just working harder. We talked about the importance of your environment, how the people you surround yourself with will either elevate or limit your success. And finally, we touched on the lifelong commitment to learning and adapting, because the most successful people are the ones who keep growing, no matter how much they already know. So here's my final message to you. Getting rich is super easy, but only if you make the decision to step up. Decide today that you're going to think differently about wealth, that you're going to take action, build leverage, surround yourself with winners, and never stop learning. Because when you commit to these principles, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. And when that moment comes, when you look around and realize that you built the financial freedom you once only dreamed about, I hope you remember this. You were never lacking the ability. You just needed to believe it was possible. Now go make it happen. Thank you.